1. Try and get organised. 2. Get slightly stressed. 3. Try and make it look like it all went to plan. And 4. Have some fun. Welcome to my race day. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I thought I would take you behind the scenes and give you a little insight in what it takes to set up and run one of my club events. Okay, so first things first, hire cars. We have a couple of hire cars for people to borrow so that they can have a go before they purchase their own. So need to make sure that they're all running nice and get them all sorted. Okay, so I've got this handy little T-stack system here with all of my kit in it, all my own race kit and all the club kit. So here I have my hire cars. These need quite a lot of attention because they get used a lot. So we're just going to take these out, give them a good going over. I have spent the last few hours going over these cars. I've had all the motors out and cleaned them and washed them. Gone through all the tyres as well, new tyres on the back of each, trued the front tyres to make sure that they're all good. Cleaned the bearings, cleaned all the front ends, re-greased all the shocks. They're all good now. A few little bits on the bodies to fix. These are on the ends of their life, so they're going to have to be replaced fairly soon. But otherwise, I think we are good to go with the hire cars. Right, so also in my toolbox, I've got my own cars. I've got my Reflex RX28 here. I haven't had a chance to do too much work on that recently, so it kind of just gets run as is, but it's fairly well set up. My MR04 again doesn't get a huge amount of love, unfortunately, due to the amount of time I spend on club stuff, but it's had a new set of tyres on there, so that should be all good for tonight. So anyway, let's get the rest of my toolbox loaded up and we will move on to the next thing. It's easy to forget stuff, but I've got all my transmitters here, so we will put those in the box. These are for all the hire cars. So in my box as well, I have got stickers and bits and bobs there, my own parts, a few little spares there, tyres, just all the basic stuff. I don't get any sort of discount from anywhere. I have to buy these from a shop, but it just means that if anyone has any breakages on the night, hopefully we can get them back going again. A few more bits here that I've collected and that are kind of hard to find in the UK. Pinions, PM pinions, they're really hard to get hold of. A few other bits and bobs that I've made up, but yeah, as I say, just a little box here of spares just to keep people running on the night. Right, so kind of getting there now. I'm going to head out to the van and get that loaded up. Okay, the van is empty of all my day-to-day stuff. Time to go get the track and load it up. Here's all the track. Now, time to get it loaded up and into the van. Doesn't take too long, maybe 10-15 minutes. Get everything loaded in, make sure it is all in the right place and I haven't forgotten anything. Done. Let's go in and design a track and get that all sorted out. This is the program that I use for designing the tracks. It's called Play RC. Really handy program. You can see a couple of the tracks here that I've designed in the past and the track that I have designed here for tonight. Basically you pop in all the number of tiles that you've got of each, and then you can design your track to fit the area that you've got. You can also add on to it the numbers here, so that helps when it comes to setting it up at the track. But yeah, it can take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour to design a track. It just depends on how much you want to play with it and get the design how you want, really. But yeah, really handy program, and it does make things that much simpler. Okay, so come race day, there is normally quite a few questions going around from various people, whether it's people hiring cars or first timers or whatnot. So going to jump on Facebook now and get those all answered. So the next thing I need to do today is get everyone registered for the racing tonight. Basically on the Tuesday before we race, everyone messages and pops their name down on a Facebook post that I do and lets me know if they're racing and sorts out payment and everything like that. So I now need to take all of those names, go over to live time. I have now set up an event here, so I can get that done and then get everyone registered in for tonight, make sure all their transponders are correct and that they're all in the right classes. So next up is this part of the program. This is where we set up all the qualifying and finals, just making sure that everyone is sort of spread out and we got not got too many people in each heat. So it takes a little while just to make sure this is all done and checked. So I'll get that done now, and then it should be all ready to go once we get down there. Okay, just loading up the last few bits into the van. Laptop and toolbox. Go now quickly to grab a bite to eat, and then we'll be heading down to the track. Okay, it has just gone 6 o'clock and I have just finished throwing some food down my face. We are now off to the village hall to start setting up. Okay, so we are here and it is time to get things set up. I'm going to run inside and open up and start to get things organised. Everyone else will, I expect, roll in fairly shortly, and it's absolutely amazing how everyone works together and gets things set up. So yeah, I will see you inside. Here comes a little visitor all the way from Bristol, coming to race tonight. Track is all set up, practice is running. I'm just sorting out the computer side of things and we will get the racing underway. Back home from racing, it's been a pretty tough night tonight. Unfortunately, we had a few issues with the PA system. No idea why. It normally works pretty good, but we will have to take a look at that tomorrow. It's pretty late now, so I'm going to head to bed and sort everything out in the morning. So it's the morning after, got quite a few bits just to tidy up from last night. This is the spreadsheet that I use just to keep track of who came along and who raced, so I can get an idea of how the numbers go over the year. So I'll just get this filled out and then we'll move on to the next thing. Right, next up, tidy up the toolbox. It always ends up in a bit of a mess. Transmitters are all the way. I made the shelf up a while ago. It does make life just that little bit easier. Keep track of what I've got and what is working. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is take a look at the audio system. For some reason last night it was giving me all sorts of grief. The system that I use, it caters for the call outs from live time. It also does my microphone and it also does my music. So it does play a key role, and when it goes down, it creates all sorts of stress. I have no idea what was going on. I've plugged it in again and it seems to be absolutely fine. So just another one of those stresses that you have to deal with as race director. So I think the only thing to really do is to go back down to the hall again later on today and test it out down there and just make sure there's no weird interference coming from something else. Okay, so next thing to do is just go through PayPal, just make sure I received all the payments from the people that raced last night, and then send out any requests to anyone that forgot. Okay, last thing to do then this morning, get everything out of the van and just give it a quick check and back organised and ready for next time. So I often ask myself, why do I put myself through all this stress? Well, it's for a number of reasons. First off, the community. Everyone that comes to the track is absolutely fantastic and I really couldn't ask for anything more. Seeing everyone having fun and enjoying themselves really does make it worthwhile. So secondly, it is for the hobby. I love everything RC, but the micro side of it has really taken to my heart. We don't have a huge amount of space here in the UK, so having these micro cars and be able to set out a track in a very small space has been absolutely fantastic. And I really do believe that the micro scene in the UK has got a long way to go, and I really hope to see it grow over the next few years. And lastly, I guess it's for the personal challenge. I like doing things to the best of my ability, and I've got to admit, organisation is not one of my strong points, so it has been a challenge, but I have enjoyed every minute of it. So anyway, I hope that gives you a little insight into what it takes to run the RC Club just for one night. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If you've got any questions, drop us a comment below. But otherwise, have fun at the track, and I'll see you next time.